Greetings from the great upstairs. Gonna do another paint pouring today. I'm using the pre-mixed paints. Get them 40 to 50% off with your coupons at Michael's and Joann's. I think Michael's has them. But anyways, I am gonna be using a set. It was the set that has the Midnight, the Galaxy, Lilac, and Cobalt. And I've shaken them quite a bit. It's very nice and runny, it sounds like. I also took a little bit of white and put some Pearl X in it. I'm hoping, because I can see the shimmer, I'm hoping when it dries, it'll show some shimmer. And then I put some in the black as well, but it's not showing up so fabulously, but I have some ideas for that. But, so let's get started. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yay! Okay. I know I want it to go in a circle and then go out, but I think I want to pour it. My pour yesterday seemed to come out way better, so I think that's what I'm going to do again. I just did not grab enough cups. Okay, so we're going to take one big cup of paint, and we're going to start with a white. And then we're going to go with the darks. I shook them up, but I did not open them. Let's get that done. Boo, boo. Yeah, these are $17 paint set. You get the 4 paints pre-mixed, but if you use your 40% off or even the 50% off, if you can snag one of those, it's a pretty good deal. One last one, 4 bottles, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, Okay, and since I just painted my thumb, it's time to put on some gloves. Go to Harbor Freight and get a big old box of gloves for $4. Alright, so we got the white. We're going to go dark blue. Just kind of dribbling it in there. I did some dribbling yesterday and it turned out pretty neat. So I'm hoping this will work. Now with the dark blue, I'm going to do like 5 drops of black, because I don't want it to overpower. And yesterday, whew, that overpowered. And we're going to go right on top with some more white, just in drops. And now I'm going to do the dark purple. Kind of drizzle it in there. And then we're going to go with the light blue right on top of the purple. And the light purple right on top of that. And then go back to some white. Fill that in a little bit more. Drop in the dark blue. Go in with some black. That might have been way too much black, but that's okay. Because then we're going to go dark purple, light blue, light purple, white, big layer of white. Now we're going to change it up a bit and go with the light purple again, the light blue, and these are just getting swirled right in on the top. And we're gonna go, no more black, we're gonna go white again. We're gonna go dark blue, light blue, light purple, and dark purple. All right. Looks like a lot of paint. Hopefully it's enough. You can see I spilt a little bit red on the canvas, but guess what? It's white, so it's all good. Now we're gonna put our base. Now I don't want it to go too far out. I'm actually gonna go there, and then I'm gonna do a thin layer of black, because I want to kind of leave the corners black. All right, here goes. Whew. Actually, no. I need to move this paint around a little bit. Get some of this covered up. Come on. Too heavy-handed. There we go. Right up to the black line. Sort of. I don't want them to mix just yet. All right. Let's see what we can do. Get them washed off in a little bit. Okay, ready, set. Gonna pour right in the middle. It doesn't look too shabby. Okay, now here's the fun part. I want them to kind of run in the same direction together. So I need to be able to pour them or tip them. So I'm going to tip them all out. Oh, wait. We're going to... No, I'm not going to do that. Those are my colored ones. We're going to pour out. All right. Ooh, it made some beautiful puddles in there. Okay, and again, we're going to tip it back. Let's see. Just trying to get it to bend around. Don't forget how you had that. Now see, that's really cool because it still looks like it went through. Oops, dribbled right on that one. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Go on, I need that spot filled in. Come on. We don't want such a big area over there. Come on. There's a piece of canvas showing right there. Okay. So we're gonna grab this one again. And get some more of that corner covered. And off. Get some dribbles on that one. There we go. This one didn't have near as much paint as those other ones. Come on. Almost. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we can't. Off that corner. Come on. better one. I'm doing a heavy tips, because obviously that one big cup was not enough. This one, I don't know what to do with this one. It's definitely not enough paint. Let's see what's left in the cup. Okay. Those colors all back in there. Let's see if we can't fill that gap in. Nope. Which one am I? Light blue. Nope, that's not light blue. Dark blue. Okay. Let's see if we can't get that. Way better. Now, I'm not worried about this canvas showing in the corners, because I think I'm going to gold leaf those. But before I do that, we're going to attempt this black that I had made with the little Pearl X in it. A little bit in these corners, and then I'll go leaf it. Let's see how that turns out. Just pouring it in the bare spot of the canvas. Okay, and then, oops, Oops, I missed a corner. Here we go. That looks better. All right. Now, it doesn't look very shiny like I want it. So what I'm gonna do is tip these so it thins out a little bit, because it's still kind of thick in spots. Oops, forgot that corner too. It's already got enough paint on this corner for a couple of corners. Let's get it right over the edge. Okay, now let's try this. We're gonna gently tip that black. Okay, that didn't quite work. It's so yucky. Okay, tools. Time for some tools. Where are you, little paint tools? Here we go. Okay. See if we can't just get it to settle down. Here we go. Because this is so wavy and gross looking. Okay. Definitely looks interesting. Make sure my canvas is all covered. This black is like super thick. Obviously, it didn't like sitting there in the cup. Oh well, make it work. I'm kind of excited to see how these drips look underneath, because I am going to make some paper craft with them, put some papers over them and dip them so I can make die cuts and stuff with them for cards. Come on, fill in. Trying to touch up these sides. Okay, they look fairly good. So now for the fun part. I'm not going to use that glittery white I made. Instead, I'm going to add the Pearl X right on top. Now, when I was practicing, I found that dipping a popsicle stick in it, getting most of the clumps off. So here's the Pearl X. I'm going to do this very carefully. I just dip it in. That's it. Just dip it in. Make sure there's no big, see, we don't want that. Get that off just like if there's nothing there. And then click it right over where you want it. And in my case, I want this coppery color in the black. It really does look interesting. You can see where I missed a ton down the side. There we go. And come on. All right, that's 4 corners. Oops, got some on the white. Fabulous. Let's see what I can do about that. Picking some white up off the table and dipping it right over the top of that so that I have like a little sticky on my stick. Pick up some of these. Okay. Oh, forgot one corner. Okay. Gonna give them another tap. See if that black will shift a little, because it's still lumpy in the bigger corners. I'm not liking that. And gloves on. Okay. Colors. Come on, I don't like that spot there either. There we go. You can see that wave in the black. All right, next. Come on. It's pulling that pearl X really interestingly too. Trying to get that corner settled. I just don't think that's going to happen. All right. Oh, that settled that quite a bit. Oops. Can't turn it that way though. Has to go that way. And one last. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yes, much better. I like these big white patches. But we're going to add some Pearl-Ex to that too. Because this paint has no shimmer whatsoever. But that's okay. We're going to get the white Pearl-Ex. Tap off the lid. I made a cloud of Pearl-Ex. And get a clean doodad. Okay, and now same thing. Dip into the Pearl-Ex. And then we're just gonna sprinkle. Mostly on the white. And it's hard to tell if it's actually working. Oh, yeah. It actually looks really good in all the colors. It's a very fine dust. So if you just gently tap, oh my gosh, no. Just did what I said don't do. No big globs. That's right. I'll work on getting that out. Okay. Some white on the paint. Okay. Get down to its level. And let's see if we can't push it down because it's too much to pick up. Okay, puddles. What do you got for me? There we go. It's not too shabby. All right. Very nice. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. And then I'm gonna add some black, or sorry, I'm gonna add some wonderful glass beads or glitter, glass glitter, in some fine lines around here. Yeah. It's very cool looking. Alrighty. I'll have to show you what it looks like after it's all done. Ta-ta. Have a good one. Hello, I am back. It has been a few weeks since I did the pour, and it is very dry now. The glitter and gems stayed in place after I plopped them in there. Mind you, it took a long time to get these individual little gems dropped into place. I just used a popsicle stick, scooped some up, and gently tapped it into place all along the areas I wanted. And then I went through with a fine paintbrush and put on some gold leafing. Now, the gold leafing I used was the liquid leaf. Very smelly stuff and toxic. They recommend that you wear gloves and all of that good safety stuff. I recommend a fan because I have a sensitive nose, and that was some stinky stuff. So I'm almost ready to varnish, aka protect, And everybody has recommended the Minwax polyacrylic. I got the little can from Walmart for 10. They also use it for other stuff like adding it into the liquid pour to make cells. So it's definitely worth it because it has other applications besides just sealing your paint when you're done. But before I begin, I grabbed up a super soft paintbrush. Super, super soft. And what I did before coming on here, just to make sure, is I held it over the garbage can. And holding it, I just gently dusted. Okay, and what that's going to do is pick up any of the glitter, any of the little chunky glitters, and get them off. Because we don't want that smooshing around in our paint. And I don't know if you can see, but see, it took some more off. And just be gentle about it. Give it a nice dusting. And I'm not using a rag because I have gems in here. This crunchy, these are glass glitter, so they're very chunky. You run a rag over that and it's going to pull fibers out. Whereas my brush, I've dusted it, shook it off and whatnot, and hopefully the brushing will just grab everything off that doesn't belong. And if you see any hairs, this is the time to do it. Get that all nice and dusted. Now, I did tape the back of mine. And I pulled the tape off of one. It's interesting. Let me prop you up here. So, they do this taping so it doesn't look terrible. But as you can see, over here, it's still spilled over the tape. It was not fabulous. I'm actually going to put this under because I hear it crunching on my glass. So, you just find a loose spot. My tape hung over. I wished I had used a fatter tape. Like a 2-inch wide tape, honestly. I think it would have been way better. So you just grab an area. Oh, and this one is actually over the top. Come on, let go. Okay. Now, where the paint comes over and grips the tape, it's going to tear it. And not tear it the way you want it to tear. Now, I'm pulling this way, nice and tight. That way there, it'll help gently pull it where the tape meets the paint. Okay, now as I'm doing this, I don't know if you can see this, but the tape is sticking. The sticky part of the tape is sticking to the little bit of paint that got underneath it. So it's actually tacky. I'm not going to worry about that. Granted, if it's a big old chunk that you can like really see, it's really noticeable. By all means, pick out a little bit, grab an X-Acto knife, try and cut it off. I'm just going to make sure when I do the edges with the polyacrylic, I'm going to make sure that paintbrush goes right on the back side, so then it won't be sticky. So I'm going to finish peeling all the tape off of these and dusting them off, and then I'll be back with some polyacrylic. Okay, I'm back. I'm on another painting, and as I was peeling the tape, right here, it's super thick, and the tape was kind enough to rip around the outside. Now, with it being so thick, it would affect how it's hanging on the wall a little bit. Nothing too noticeable. But if you're selling your work and you're like, I don't want that big old glob there, gently, and I do mean gently, peel it up off the back. Okay. Now what's going to happen, hopefully, get up here. I'm going to separate this chunk from that. Just peel that back. Okay. Now, I'm going to set this, I don't know my angles, but it's almost flush. Like you could do this and it's not going to cut anything. Now I'm going to get it right into this tape. And I'm just going to gently push the blade through. Okay. Now having it at an angle, okay, all it's going to cut is what is lifted up. And I, of course, am using the smallest knife. A bigger one would have been way easier. And just get that and you just lay it right across. Okay. And see, it's not even picking up this stuff here. I really have to go a couple of times. Because you don't want like this. It'll cut into this part. Okay. We just want to lay it flat as we can. And gently go over the raised parts. Okay. Lay it flat. And give a gentle push. And so if it's not picking up, that's fine. This is a time-consuming, tedious part because we don't want to ruin it. So again, just lay it flat and give a gentle push. You can also go through and pick some of your stickies off that way if you want. But like I said, I'm not worried about that. Because I'm just going to use the Minwax to cover that up. And I don't have one here, but say, well, I'll do a little bit. Say the paint ran over. Again, just put it flat against the wood and just push. Just gentle. That way there it doesn't cut into the wood. And then that should help get that up. Nice and flat. There we go. Okay. Or you can even keep it nice and flat. Just like that. There you go. You can also pick some of that paint off if you must. Sandpaper, whatnot. Me, it is what it is. Straight, do a scraping motion. As long as it doesn't dig into the wood and make a bigger mess. Alright, I'm going to finish this up and I'll be back. So, it's almost time to polyacrylic my paintings. And before I did that, I wanted to see what it looked like on a test run. This I had poured just after I did the other ones. That way there I could use those gems, the glass glitter, because I wanted to see how it looked. And as you can see, the polyacrylic definitely isn't hindering their shimmer whatsoever. I put one layer on and I ran the brush this way. Okay, and then when I got to the gems, I just tapped it in there so it wasn't as milky, because as soon as you hit it with the paintbrush, it collects and it puddles. So I just tapped in there straight up and down, tapped it in there so that it wouldn't have a huge puddle in there. And it seemed to work. It's dry along with the rest. It's been less than an hour for this first layer. I didn't put it on super thick, so that probably helped. It is water-based, so yeah, I didn't rinse my brush because I was going to get right back to this. But this particular brand of Minwax polyacrylic says do not shake. We don't want bubbles in there, just to stir, and to stir before use. And if it's taking you a long time to get things done, give it a stir in between. Okay, that way all the goodies and whatnot are together and not separating and settling towards the bottom. Okay, it looks hideous, doesn't it? You're like, white, we don't want white. Nope. It goes on and dang near instantly goes clear as soon as it hits the thing. Now, I told you I ran the paintbrush this way. I'm going to turn my work and run it this way. And that is to hopefully help hide the fact if I have any brush strokes. Okay, I don't know if you can see. I'll do this on purpose. See, it puddles. You hit it with the brush and it just puddles in there. So like I said, I keep hitting the camera here. Just run it down. Okay, I'm not too worried about the brush strokes because I'm going to go the other way and hopefully work them out towards the end. Okay, now ideally you would have this set up. Oops. Set it up on your little cups. That way there you can brush this way and that way, hit the sides so you don't have any drippage, or in my case I want to hit the sides because I had a sticky back on my other ones. And get into these, and just like I said, tap right along to move any extras out. Probably shouldn't do that in case I pick up a piece of glitter. Because I don't want buildup, and I'm going right on the outside too. That way there, I don't have a puddle on the inside, outside, directly in contact with this. Dust that off. Sorry, I keep hitting the... It is literally right in my painting zone. And then tap right into... Oops, wrong one. I guess that was the right one. I want it closer though. Okay. You can see it all globbing up right there. Just going to tap it in. And this does stink. If you're nose sensitive, ventilation, mask, all that good stuff. Okay. And then if you tip it around, you can see if you got it. Like right here on this edge, there's a bubble. Like the dollar store canvas had a bubble. And so the paint pulled and made it even bigger bubble. That's okay. We're going to get that min-max right in there and then pull it to the other side. Okay. Go back over the gems because I just made puddles. Clean that off a little bit. Get right in there. Okay. And now that I know this works with this one, I'm not going to be afraid to get it onto my bigger canvas. Well, let's see how that goes. Set that aside. Come with me, little piece. Okay, we're back with one of the big panels. And this is going to be exciting because even though I tested the other glitter stones, the glass glitter, I didn't test the fine glitter. But hopefully, cross our fingers, everything goes according to plan. I am going to work one side to the other, and I'm going to actually start in this glittery area just to see if it's going to come up and totally kill my brush. It doesn't look like it, but in between dips, I think I'll clean it on my paper that I have below just to be on the safe side. Do a nice gentle, and I'm not brushing hard, I'm just letting the canvas pull the paint right off the brush. Okay. Can we not be blurry there? Camera, that would be fabulous. Again, right across. Okay. And then when you get it in there, dab it. Dab and clean. Yep, and some of that glitter is coming off, but that's okay. So we're already going to take steps to make sure it doesn't wind up in the min-wax. Look. Okay, so just nice and gentle. Wipe. Dip. It's very, very runny. Probably, and I forgot to wipe. I want it to run off the side a little. I feel like I'm going a little too slow. just run that brush the same direction so that the next time I run it the other way, and hopefully it'll get rid of all my brush strokes. Unless you guys are focusing on brush strokes, which is another artistic element that you could look into, but that's not my cup of tea. For this project anyways. Super gentle, like I said, not very much pressure whatsoever. Just let the canvas peel what it wants off your brush. Going underneath the canvas to collect any big drips. And I've got a lot of puddling going on over here, so I'm going to gently go through it. Wait. I think it doesn't like that piece of cup under there. I don't know, something's going on over there in that corner. Oh, that is my Pearl X in the paint. And I thought it was leaving streaks, but it's just coming up. So, dab and clean. And so that looks like one and done. Almost. I gotta do some edges here. Then I'll be done with one. So if you use Pearl X on top of the paint and let it dry, it's fine. You just have to remember that's what you did and actually tend to that specific area by itself. So this particular area right here, I don't know, it's got some copper Pearl X in it. And so it makes it look like the paint is pulling, puddling, but I don't think that's the case. I just think it's a little reaction it's causing. Okay, and it is actually pulling some color off. So you can see my earlier Minwax is clear here, but when I started going through there, it started leaving a yellowy tint. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I just have to be more cautious of it on the other ones. That or the gems, the glass beads are making it turn colors. This will be interesting. It didn't look like that on the other ones. I'm going to pick up this color, get it off of here. It's making a yellow halo around these. It's coming up though. Whatever this color runoff is, it's coming up. I just have to spend a little extra time on it. It was super yellow right here. See, there's some yellowing right here too. But if I go in with the dry brush, it's picking it up. Very interesting. Just trying to get some of this puddling out of there. Hoping that's not what caused it, getting too much in there. Oops. Though I didn't do it there. Somebody's walking by the house. The dog is not happy. Thank you. Nope. You be quiet down there. Alright. Well, we'll be back after all the first coats are done and see how it sets. I think I just got that coppery color mixed into there, because I don't see the yellowing after I cleaned it up, and it's not in these other ones either. So yeah, careful if you got the Pearl X in your paint when you go to seal it. Do those areas kind of by themselves. And since I have it blended, the next time I come in, I'm just going to do that all by itself and then go through the rest after I clean the brush from doing that area. So I don't pull it into the rest like I did here earlier. Alright. Let's get some more Minwax on. I'm back. And they're all done. I am so happy with how they turned out. They just are shimmery, and the glass glitter is still so shiny. I was with Really happy with how the polyacrylic worked. I painted it on 4 layers. And on the 5th layer, I made a puddle and evened it out and let it dry. And let me tell you, it filled in really good. You can still see the canvas marks, but not so much the brush strokes. Yeah, there's a couple left. There's some in here. But you know what? It's a painting. I am actually not too sad about that. Some of the colors turned out way brighter than I thought they would, because they dried so dull. The liquid gold leaf just shines under there. Made the edges very fun. And that's the Pearl X coppery color that I sprinkled on top of the wet paint. It gives the black a little bit more depth. Oops, there's my little Foxy taking a nap. Had to migrate to the floor to show you, because my table is all dirty. I couldn't lay them all out. The glitter I used has that nice, like, iridescent-y bluish color to it. Yep, super excited to get these in the mail next week. I hope my buyer loves it as much as I do. And the wonderful thing about this is, even though I poured it like this, she can hang them on the wall in pairs. Like just a 2-panel. Put some mirror or something in the middle. Run the other 2 panels. If it's a really big wall, can run them a 4-way. It's super long. Don't mind the ugly carpet. It was here when I moved in. But yeah. Oops. Now I gotta puzzle them back together. And that's the other cool thing too, is if you don't like how I had them, you can puzzle it however you feel it moves together. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching my first big project. And if nobody watches, that's alright, because it will be archived for me and my kids. It's just awesome. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Till next time. Bye-bye.